Hey YouTube, what's up? It's your girl Lexie Jade, and I'm back with another video for you guys. Please, I know my background is giving basement, but I really wanted the lighting to be perfect. If I did the bathroom lights, it was gonna give like your auntie's bathroom because this lighting, I hate it so much. So please bear with me. But today I'm going to be doing, or tonight I should say, because it is 10:41. I'm gonna be going out. I wanted to film a video, not even getting ready. I just want to do a chill makeup video talking about what I got going on, my work, where I'm going tonight, and those kinds of things. So yeah, let's go.
Go to my side, kicking me another ring. Soon as I fall asleep, you're the face in my dreams. And if it wasn't real, give me another pill. If I have to say bye, I'd rather do it while I'm high. Maybe this time.
My hair is not really done. I was going for like this little swoop thing, and I'm starting to feel like the swoop is really outdated. But it's like when you have naturally curly hair, there's only so much you can really do. Like there's really only so much you can do. I am not a wig girl. It's not really my thing. At least not financially. Not yet. Not there yet. But yeah, so I did a little side swoop. I don't know. I really feel like once I put the makeup on, like everything's gonna go together. So because I'm wearing this black bodysuit, I want to do something dark. Obviously, I want to do something cute and sexy. I think I want to do like black eyeliner. Oh, and I'm putting on some strips because as y'all see, I have like 5 eyelashes left. Appointment is on Monday. Don't worry, y'all. Like I said, I don't want to do too much because I feel like a lot of the clubs in Atlanta is like people, and you know, I'm not trying to like do what everyone else do, but girls show up barefaced. Like that's the thing, so, which is fine. It's totally fine, but it's like I don't want to be the only one who shows up with like beat as hell. Oh, and Rubido's coming tonight. How did this look? What y'all think? Simple? I don't know. I feel like I should just get started and just go with the flow. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I have my AirPod in so I can listen to some music because when getting ready, like my dilemma is I want to listen to music, and obviously I can't listen to it out loud while I'm getting ready, or else my whole video is gonna be copyrighted. And additionally, when I chop it up, it just sounds dumb. Like it would just mess up the whole video. So I have my AirPod in, just listen to music, but don't worry, I'm gonna still be talking to y'all. Don't worry. Maybe. This is really cute. You can tell she probably used the we're just gonna do it, y'all. We're just gonna do it. Okay, so let's start with my base, obviously. So what have I been up to lately? Let's get into it. I don't know. I've been doing a lot of videos. My biggest thing is I'm really trying to get on my content creator stuff, like my content creator game. I've been on and off of like everything for years, but this year I'm like 2024 is my year. I feel like gradually I've been doing better and better and better, but this year I'm like really trying to turn it all the way up.
I'm fully established and I'm hungrier than ever. All 24, I'm back in the lab, running up the tab and perfecting my craft.
Let's see, which serum should we use? Let's start with super peptide serum. Like, I'm trying to be my content creator bag. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I've been doing a pretty good job lately. My goal this year is to work with 100 brands. I wrote down a list in my on my computer where I'm keeping track. I mean, obviously I really don't do that, but to do 100 brands would be like working with one brand every 3 days. So I don't know though. I think it's something to aim for. I think maybe I can do it. Who knows? Okay, great. But yeah, to work with 100 brands, I would have to post like 2 or 3 times a week. And we're almost the 3rd month into 2024, and I probably worked with like maybe 4 or 5 brands. But listen, I'm not playing. Like, I'm really not. I mean, I have so many, like, I'm working on right now. One I actually signed an NDA for, so I can't talk too much about. This year, a lot of the brands that I'm working with are like, I'm starting to finally get paid for them, which is really, really cool and really exciting. My job is as a content creator, so I would say obviously I get paid for that content, but I really want to get paid for stuff I put on my own page, for my own brand. And that's one of the things too I'm working on this year. If you don't know what I do for work, I'm gonna explain it. My main job is I work for a startup. Well, I wouldn't even say, I mean, what is really a startup? You know, I feel like that word is used so loosely. I use it a lot. But I work for a consulting agency ran and owned by a young black woman. She's a really good friend of mine. So, you know, black owned, female ran, period. And it's a social media marketing consulting agency. So my main job really is social media management and content creation. A lot of our clients, like, you know, I want to use some discretion for very specific reasons. I'm posting for these brands, I'm creating content for them. And that's something I've kind of been doing for years and years and years. okay, years and years and years is crazy. I'm only 22. But I would say for about 3 years, that's been something I've been doing. When I was in college, when I was at O State, I started doing that for my first client was this guy. I know his name, so we're still connected on LinkedIn. But he like really finessed me. I was doing a lot of work for very little pay. I think part of it was also just like, I was really new at this. I didn't know how to be organized. And I was also in college at the same time. So I was doing a lot at once, but he taught me a lot. He taught me how much I should be getting paid. I literally did 1 month for him and I never did it again. Like, he did not pay me nothing. He finessed me. I think the thing with social media management and marketing that a lot of people don't understand is it's like what you get paid and what you can ask for is based, obviously, number one, off of like your experience. But number two, it's also based off of like the need in the market you're in. So when I was in Columbus, Ohio, like 2 or 3 years ago, I felt like 2 or 3 years ago, small businesses, especially in areas like Ohio, they were not hip yet to social media the way it is now. Long story short, I wasn't getting paid nothing, but now I do it. I have like 3 or 4 clients. I'm constantly pitching myself to my own clients, and I've learned a lot. I will say, despite being in a community where so sought after, people still do not want to pay your worth. People still do not want to pay your worth. I had actually pitched to a client. I can talk about this because whatever. I pitched to this client or potential client. She had actually hit me up on Instagram. I had commented under a post. I am very vocal about what I do for work and that I'm always, looking to help other companies. Because even though I work for a consulting agency, I've done it before on my own. I've done remote assistance work. That in itself really encapsulated a lot of what I do now. But anyway, my hairdresser had sent me a post of pretty much a help wanted post on Instagram. Someone looking for a social media management person or whatever, content creator. They were kind of all over the place with what they were asking for. But they already had a set budget for what they were willing to pay. And I was like, that sounds good to me. So I had left a comment. Oh, why am I phone just up? She had messaged me looking for my social media assistance. She was kind of like a dream client, not gonna lie. I love the clients that I work with now, but she was very much like, she was in the beauty industry and she had a lot going on. I just really wanted to be of assistance. I met with her. She told me the things she wanted, all things that I could offer her. Social media management, content creation, someone to be there. It was like literally a block away from me. So I'm like, girl, yes, like I got you. I want to put together a proposal. So I put together basically a presentation of everything that I could offer her. Did not put price in it because I wanted to keep it as informal as possible. But she had a lot going on, so I really wanted to show her what I had to offer. So I put together this really nice presentation. I even did I did some mood boards for her. I showed her the software that I use that my boyfriend uses. It's a CRM software, and I just kind of like showed her some demo posts and just a lot of the things she's asking for. Super super cute. I was so excited, and she's like, yeah, I want you. We want you on board. You're hired. Whatever. I'm like, girl, yes, yes. I was so excited. I feel like it was what I was praying for. She's like, I just have to show my husband, fiance. I think husband was what he was. I just have to show him. And then you can come. I think this was on Friday when we had met. We initially met on a Wednesday. I came back Friday with my proposal, my presentation. I just gotta talk to him about it, blah blah blah. And then you can come back Tuesday, and we're gonna get you started and everything. So before I had left, I was like, I'm just wondering what this position pays. And I don't know if that's where I went wrong, or not went wrong. I don't know if that's where I lost her. Maybe she just didn't have the budget, she was pretending, but she was like, oh, I was gonna pay you close to what the post initially said, which is fine. I mean, my thing is, I told her I had kind of sectioned off the work. An official agency would set it up as packages. So I sort of did it like that. I pretty much told her all the things. I grouped pretty much most of that. I went through all the different services that I offer. And I told her basically for CRM alone, when I was doing that for a client before, I was charging, XYZ, which was not more than what I think she was wanting to pay, but it was a significant chunk. It didn't include everything. So I could understand why that would scare her away, but I told her I'm very flexible. I really want to work with you. I'm totally willing to negotiate. But there was this look in her eye, y'all, I swear. There was this look in her eye when I had said the price, like where she just kind of stared off, and I was like, I could just tell she was in her head, and I'm like, okay girl, like, you know, the price is not a big deal, just like we can negotiate, like you're someone I really want to work with. But anyway, fast forward to she said that I would hear from her that night. I did not hear from her that night. I sent her an email with my proposal. She said, just email it to me. I sent her that. So I texted her the next morning or afternoon. I was like, hey girl, just want to make sure you got it. Got my proposal. She's like, yes, I got it. I will text you later today or something like that. Cool. Later comes, I don't hear from her. And then I think she reached out to me, or no, I reached out to her again, I think I reached out to her again. And this one I was like starting to be like, okay, bitch, whatever. She was like, yeah, my accountant is just crunching the numbers, but you know, I showed my husband, he loves what you had to offer, like you're hired, girl. But my thing is like, that's the part that really throws me off. Why would you tell me anyway, let me just continue the story. She goes, you know, me and the accountant is just crunching the numbers, XYZ, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, after that, I hadn't heard from her in like 2 days. I just knew she was like, I just knew she was full of shit. My thing is like, why lie?
Now, I hate when people lie. Do not lie. Rolling.
Like, why lie? And it's not like I'm this huge agency. I'm just me. Like, do you not respect me and my time? I feel like I should charge you for that proposal and the time that I put into that presentation, because it wasn't just like a freaking. Obviously, I mean, I made it on Canva, but it wasn't like this. You know, hey, my name is blah, blah, blah. I'm from here. This is what I can do for you. No, like I put demo posts together. I put this really strategic mood board together. I just did such a lot of work into that. So it was really disrespectful I feel like for you to waste my time and just blatantly lie to me. And then not even have the decency to be like, oh, you know, we decided to go with someone else. This whole time we followed each other on Instagram. So as soon as like this was happening, I was seeing the stuff she's posting, and now all of a sudden she wants to start posting more content. You know, some of the things we talked about, she's like, oh, I think she'd even said like she referred to her like a content team or something, like, oh, we're on our content shit or something like that. And I was just like, oh yeah, unfollow girl, bye, unfollow. Because you know what? I just think that is so disrespectful to lie. Oh, and then to top it off, I think like days later, she had texted me like, hey girl, what's your number? And I sent her my number, and again, never heard from her. And you know what she had said, and this is something that I hear so often in Atlanta, oh, God don't play about me. Because she was like, you know, telling me all her accolades, and you know, I'd asked her about herself, which is like, you know, whatever. I'd asked her about herself, she was telling me all her accolades in our initial meeting, and she's like, yeah, God don't play about me. Like, I grew up in the church, I'm very Christian, blah, 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 God don't play about me. That's what she just kept saying, God don't play about me. You clearly have bad work ethic. That was one of the things too. While I was waiting to hear from her, I'm like, my mom told me that I should just look up her reviews. And so I did some research on her. Her reviews were very on par with the way she was treating me, essentially. Like, I mean, her overall rating, I'm not gonna, you know, take that away from her. Overall rating was like, I wanna say like 4 or 5 stars. So she was doing something right. But what do they say? You're only as good as your last customer. I also feel like you're only as good as your worst review, but like, some of these people's experience was crazy. Something that my mom had said too was like, even if, you know, after all of this stringing me along and, you know, wasting my time, all this stuff, even if after all that she decided to hit me up and like actually hire me for my services, this whole experience would have been very indicative of the way our work relationship would be. And I had a client like that. Who would pretty much talk to me on her own time, who would ghost me for weeks at a time, you know. And I am very big on communication. If you don't got it this month, just tell me. If I'm not in your budget this month, just tell me. But I just feel like it's so disrespectful to, I don't know, to just play with my time. I think that is so disrespectful. But essentially what I did was I took all that energy I was going to put into that client, and I was like, you know what? Everything I was about to do for you, I'm going to do for myself. Like, I have so many products. I have the tools. I'm actually working on a business called Thrive and Flourish. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen me like kind of posting about it a little bit, like very soft posting. It's essentially a sub-brand of Lexie Jades Closet. If you don't know, Lexie Jades Closet is my virtual styling. It's a hub for beauty and fashion. Just this really cute Instagram page I've been working on for probably a year. I do lookbooks for people. I post looks. I don't post as much on it anymore. Just getting acclimated with my new job and just trying to make money, y'all. You don't work with me, that's cool. I respect that. I'm about to put that energy into my own business, which is what I've been doing. But yeah, that's what Lexie Jade has been up to. Just working. Whenever people are like, what you been up to? It's like I just get flashbacks of all the work that I do, because I work like all day, every day, seriously. I've been messing up recently putting this side, because my face is definitely, it's clearly not symmetrical. Well, as symmetrical as it could be. And I feel like my cheekbones are more defined on this side than this side. So I always struggle with putting my contour on the right place. Because my thing is, even if I mess up this side, since my cheekbones are so prevalent on this side, it kind of balances itself out regardless. But this side I have to put way more time into. I just recently worked with, if you saw my Instagram, I went to the Versace warehouse sale.
Drop it.
And then I did like a video on it. I'm so happy. I was actually an influencer for that event. Marketing agency had messaged me on Instagram like, hey, just wondering if you would be interested in blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, of course. And then they gave me, essentially in exchange for a reel, they gave me money to spend there, so which was really cool. Got me some designer, and I got a really cool opportunity to work with them. It was just a lot of fun. And then I had put my friend Cell on too, because something they harped on a lot, and like I'm noticing a lot of agencies harp on right now, is TikTok. And my following on TikTok is not as active. I just kind of be playing around on there. I definitely want to take it more serious, but I struggle with just kind of the algorithm, honestly. I used to go viral all the time. I would make like 2 or 3 TikToks a day right before I went to work. This is when I worked nightlife, so it's like my makeup was done, my hair was done, everything was done. So I would go make like 2 or 3 videos right before I left for work, and they, a lot of them would go viral. I don't do that as much anymore. So anyway, long story short, I had just been like, well, I have a girlfriend too I was gonna invite anyway, because it came with the +1. She's pretty good on TikTok, you should hit her up too. And they did, and then they gave her credit too. So always put your friends on if you can. My sister ended up coming too last minute. Period. Okay. This year too, I want to like shop for more like different brands. So this is Too Faced. I use this. This is a bronzer and a setting powder, so which is really cool. But yeah, I really want to work with. I want to do more makeup brands this year. I want to focus on that. My makeup videos do really well on as YouTube shorts, which I've found pretty interesting. So and so, it's like on Instagram. Better than my freaking. I did this video for this bedding brand, like for your bed, for your mattress, and it did not do well at all. I got like maybe 3,000 views. I already have makeup on here. That's crazy. Only got like 3,000 views, so that was like pretty annoying. Let me do my nose. I want to start shopping for more brands and working with more makeup brands. That's one of the brands that I'm working with now, which is really exciting. But I think I really want to get back into my makeup bag. I think as I'm getting more acclimated with my work and like learning to streamline things better, as in like, because what I used to kind of do, I think that's just how it was when I started off. I just was not organized, and I would pretty much do like all these work for these clients like one day at a time. But now it's like, okay, I just take like a few hours a day per client to plan content for the upcoming week and like, weeks ahead. It takes time, like it takes a lot of time and a lot of patience, but I have it. And then I end up having more time in the long run for my personal projects. One thing I'm trying to do too when it comes to blending, when I have the time, which I have, blending is so important. That's number 1. Number 2 is blending it from different directions. That's what I be trying to do. Like, okay, it look cool like this, but do it look good from the side. And yeah, it do. Okay, I love it. Another thing I'm working on too is oh, now that's a cool tip too if anyone might get girlies. Doing your bronzer and then like using a powder to go over it adds dimension. It just makes it look a lot nicer. Like period. Okay. It's the part when I have to start looking at makeup looks and be like, okay, this is what you're doing. Okay, it's eye makeup time. Let's see. Let me look at the look. I think okay, period. Okay. Let's do it though, y'all. Let's do it. Okay. It's like this is one of the ones that like don't leave a lot of room for error. Like it stays on all day, and then when you put it on your face, like that is it. So let's do it though. Let's just see if I get okay. Some more concealer. Stuff like that. My sister about to be here. I'm about to have to do her hair too. I'm a little hairstylist. I can do hair for the most part. I can't do my hair. I mean, okay, I won't say that. I'll be doing the thing with it, some different hairstyles. But I mean, them girls on Pinterest, they don't play. Like they be doing hair. Oh, just love this look. Like this extra concealer be hitting. You just gotta make sure you blend it. Like you can't play when it comes to blending this. Don't worry, I'm putting on strips, y'all. Let me tell y'all, this is the tip for them really soft looks or powder, y'all. 2 types of powder. The one I'm using now is a loose powder. The one I was using before is a translucent powder. The translucent powder helps to make my let me just do both. Let's stop playing. So I'm gonna start with this powder, my translucent powder. I need y'all to make sure I go over my mole with some brown eyeliner.
Yep, that's me. You're
So
probably
next,
wondering how I ended up in this situation.
My loose powder. I'll start by putting it here. Okay, I'm gonna just do that here for now. I'm gonna do that there while I do my eye makeup. So we can really let this bake, okay? Alright, let's do this.
Bitch, what, you scared? I'm trying to figure out what the fuck do you got going on. Are you okay?
It's the other side. Cause you gotta make sure they're symmetrical.
Yep, that's me.
I don't even know what to say.
See, this smells like going up higher, man. Okay. Y'all, it's coming to fix this. Don't worry. Okay. Whatever. Okay. It's just what it is. Okay, y'all. Sorry, I ran out of space real quick. I had to do these maps, but okay. You see it. I just gotta blend it down a little more. Oh, it's like I gotta do damn eyelashes. Oh, y'all, these eyelashes is really fucking me up. But like I can't see past them. They're in the way, but it's cool. I think it's as good as it gets, y'all, and I'm fine with that. So what I'm gonna do, once that dries, I'm actually just going to take, hold on. I'm gonna take a black eyeshadow and pretty much blend it out. I think this girl did green though, which I really like. All right, get this black and let's be, ooh, y'all, we gotta be careful. But I'm excited, I think this is gonna be really cute. Okay. Okay, y'all, this is how the makeup came out. I kept running out of space, so I gotta wrap this part up real quick. But this is how the makeup came out, y'all. What y'all think? I put on some strip lashes, so it's really giving fluffy. It's really giving fluffy. But yeah, this is the face. Thanks so much for watching, guys. What should I say? What should I say? Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hopefully this wasn't too long for you, and hopefully it was worth the wait. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Girl to my side, could give me another ring.